ضيق خلقك الحمد لله.
Welcome back here with myself, Nizam Abdul, and we are speaking about JEQ celebrating 50 years of excellence. And in celebrating these wonderful 50 years, they are hosting a week of Quran. And joining me now in studio with Sheikh Basir, we've got the event coordinator, Sadiq Abdul from Fusion Event Promotion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sadiq, you are tasked with overseeing and coordinating a week of events. We're speaking about 9 events over 7 days. What excites you the most about it?
Wow, you make it seem so massive, which it completely is, but alhamdulillah, I'm exceptionally excited to be a part of a project of this magnitude. And the main reason, if I can just tell you the main reason why I actually jumped on board so enthusiastically was the fact that my son is actually a student at the school, and I am proud of what JEQ wants to produce and their vision going forward. That's why we gladly got on board Fusion Events. We gladly got on board and said, look, it's a massive project, but we will gladly assist and produce a world-class event, inshallah. So like you mentioned, there's 9 events happening, but it's going to be completely top of the range, inshallah.
Inshallah. So you're mentioning that you've got a young son, and obviously the events are geared at the older target market, the adults, and there's also some activities for the young boys and girls to be a part of. I know there's a calligraphy happening, there's some art workshops. How can the kids get involved?
Okay, so the kids can get involved in a few activities. We have master artists, as Sheikh mentioned earlier on, coming from China, Turkey. We'll have the South African master artists work on display as well. But then in addition to that, we'll have a calligrathon. The calligrathon is run by an organization known as AXA, and they will be having their workshops happen here. From the Monday afternoon after 2:30 right through the week, we'll be having different slots in the different venues on the premises for students, for teachers, for little ones to actually be a part of. And we actually had the master artist from China, Mr. Rafik Richi, request that he wants a special workshop with just the youth of JEQ and youth of Cape Town actually to be a part of. So there's many things that they can come and they can be a part of at this event, inshallah.
While we are on the point of getting youth involved, how do parents or how do the youth themselves get involved in these projects? Is there a registration process? Is there a fee attached to it? How do they get involved?
Okay, so the main manner in which they need to follow to be a part of this is follow our social media. There will be links through which they can actually register the learners, the children. There would be a small fee attached to that, but that would just be basically to cover the materials and also just to give them a better experience at the workshop. So we'll fully equip them with everything that they need to facilitate the workshops, inshallah.
So there you have it. If you are looking to get your kids engaged with some art exhibitions and some art workshops, calligraphy workshops, follow JEQ on Instagram and on Facebook. Check out what it is that they have planned for the week of the Quran and how your sons and daughters can get involved. Sheikh, now I know Sheikh is very much involved with other aspects of the week. Particularly one that Sheikh is very excited about is the tilawat of the Quran. Tell us about that, Sheikh.
Nizam, the tilawat of the Quran will start on the Thursday night, inshallah, at 12 o'clock. But that will be preceded by a dhikr, where we will attempt to get the different jamaats in Cape Town together here and JEQ and have a dhikr.
Sheikh previously, sorry to cut Sheikh there, but I like that. Sheikh previously mentioned about unity, and one of the values of JEQ is unity. And so Sheikh is mentioning different dhikr groups being brought together and really remembering Allah as a community.
That's our goal, inshallah. It's part of our intention to get the community together through the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and obviously through the Quran.
And this is open for everybody to attend?
open for everybody to attend, inshallah.
MashaAllah.
And this will be followed by at 12 o'clock at night, the tilawat of the Holy Quran. The tilawat of the Holy Quran is going to be something special, where we get our students, current students at Jamiatul Qura, current teachers at Jamiatul Qura, will get of the alumni together in order to recite the Quran from Surah Fatiha to Surah An-Nas by memory.
MashaAllah.
They will not sit with what we have the ajaza, and they read from there. You will get everybody to read the Quran, a portion of the Quran. So we'll start with maybe a group of 8 doing the first juz, and then again the second juz. And this will continue through the night until the Saturday morning, until the morning, Friday morning, and then carry on. And it will actually culminate with the completion of the Holy Quran at our banquet. So the last juz, or half of the last juz from Surah Wad-Duha, will be kept for the banquet where the khatam will be completed. But it will be recited from memory.
I think this is probably the highlight of the week, Sheikh, where you're saying that the Quran will be recited from Thursday night at 12 o'clock, non-stop. As we sleep and Cape Town sleeps and South Africa sleeps, the Quran remains alive and kept alive by our Father, mashallah. So it's from the Thursday night, Friday, throughout the Friday, through the Friday night up until Saturday morning. And then Sheikh mentioned it's completed at the banquet.
So we'll start with the Quran and we finish with the Holy Quran.
Because it's the week of the Quran, mashallah. So coming to the banquet, we're going to speak to Sadiqa about the banquet, and I know this is the destination event that we're speaking about. Sadiqa, where is the banquet happening? When is it happening? And what can attendees expect at this banquet?
Okay, so this banquet would be a world-class event, as I mentioned earlier on, and it will be taking place in Franschhoek at a beautiful location known as Dawn Mountains. But before we actually go through to Dawn Mountains, on Friday, we'll be having the Jumu'ah proceedings here at Jamiatul Qura, at the premises. So we'll have Sheikh Naina here. You'll be rendering some beautiful melodious Quranic qira'ah. And then we'll have a nice lunch for all our delegates, inshallah. Thereafter, we'll move through to Dawn Mountains, and we're not going alone. We're taking all our art pieces along with us. So at the banquet, we'll have a beautiful display of all the art pieces that has been showcased through the entire week. We'll have it at the venue as well.
Fantastic. So you're mentioning so casually, but I think it's a big deal that one of the foremost Qurra of not only Egypt but the entire world, Sheikh Dr. Qari Naina, will be joining us right here at Jamiatul Qura, inshallah. And that is definitely a highlight for anyone who's associated with Quran. It is the one Qari that you'd want to see. So we're inviting our community, Sheikh, to come out and enjoy a beautiful rendition from Sheikh Naina.
And we know Cape Town is a community that loves the Holy Quran and loves these Qurra that came. It started way back with Sheikh Abdul Basit when he came.
Absolutely.
And Dr. Naina is right up there with the best of Qurra. And I'm sure they will love to listen to him.
Absolutely. So the call is to you now, the invitation, it's an open invitation. Make your way down to Jamiatul Qura. Come and spend some time at the feet of some of the best Qura and the best teachers that we have, and really enjoy and bring the family. I think it's important that you don't come by yourself, whether it is for the dhikr on the Thursday evening or the Jumu'ah coming on Friday, or to listen to the beautiful rendition of the Quran, for you not to come on your own, but rather bring your family along. It's a family occasion. It's important for us, Sheikh, as families to live the Quran. So inshallah, we're very excited. And then we now head down to Franschhoek, to this beautiful setting, as Sadiqa has said, called Dawn Mountains. It's a picturesque place, really. It's breathtaking.
If I can just add, Nizam, so Sheikh Basir mentioned that we'll be ending off the Khatam at Dawn Mountain. The moment you arrive at Dawn Mountain, you actually see that there's a Salahana on the lake. So that is the location of where we'll be ending off the Khatam, inshallah.
Absolutely. And I think Sheikh, the highlights of the week just keeps coming and coming and coming, mashallah. To wrap up our week of celebrating 50 years of excellence at Jamiatul Qura, it will be at the banquet, as we mentioned. What kind of entertainment can our attendees expect?
Okay, so our attendees should look forward to an afternoon, or rather an evening, of beauty. So you'll be able to view and just enjoy the picturesque venue, and then we'll start off our proceedings with our keynote speakers, etc. But the highlight of the evening would be a master artist and entertainer from the UK, Erosol Ali. He'll be doing an awesome art live performance actually at the event. So that is definitely something that we need to look forward to.
Wonderful. So if you haven't heard of Erosol Ali before, grab your phone, you watch a couple of YouTube clips, you'll be amazed by the type of art that this gentleman does. So it's definitely a world-class week of celebration, Sheikh. In conclusion, Sheikh, we've got about 30 seconds to wrap it up.
One of the great projects that we are embarking upon is to write the Quran, the Mus'haf, from Fatiha to Nas. And our artist, Sheikh Abdul Hamid, on that night also we will start with the writing of the Mus'haf that we planned, inshallah. It will happen right there at the banquet. So we'll start the writing of the Mus'haf at the banquet, inshallah.
MashaAllah. That is fantastic. Sheikh, I want to thank you. Sadiq, I want to thank you for spending some time with us. Speaking about this wonderful institution of Jamiatul Qura, in conclusion, this is the wrapping up of 10 episodes speaking to you about Jamiatul Qura. We now invite you to be a part of this beautiful and wonderful organization. Come out and join us as we celebrate 50 years of excellence at our week of the Quran. We hope to see you there, inshallah. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك، الحمد لله ما حد بياخذ منك رزقك، هدي وارتاح ثابر واطمح من حقك، بس بلاش العين. لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك، الحمد لله ما حد بياخذ منك رزقك، هدي وارتاح ثابر واطمح من حقك، بس بلاش العين.